It was awful. It was terrible. That's what it was. It was awful, terrible. But tell you something that's not. Let me tell you it's not. SUPERVIVE. It's live on your screens, and already we have 2 teams dropping for a contest over Imatech Industries and Tier 5. You can hear the gunfire going. We've got a couple of teams going down into the Chaos Steps as well, and we're going to drop immediately into the action, Beo, as we look to see who secures those T5 armor.
I think it's important to point out you don't want to fight on level 1, so they're dropping on creep camps as quickly as possible, trying to get that level 2, get maybe a dash in a utility, a dash in engage, some ranged poke, whatever it is, just to make sure that you have that option. But it seems like Tom Kick and crew, the Kicking Chipmunks, they're the only ones remaining in Imatech Industries. They're the only one on that hot zone, so because they want to fight earlier, they got a good trade. I'm not exactly sure what happened with that. They're gonna get not only tier 5 armor, which is super important, but also a bunch of early game powers, which we were talking about this before the broadcast even started. Itemization, those powers can almost be as important as the levels, as your positioning, as anything else.
A little bit of a little bit of a poke and get out of there from Skippity Riz, as it looks like Psychosen and Hyde on the wall have got this particular area locked down. I used to call them the Snot Green team. Well, they're certainly giving this Mint team a bit of a bloody nose. They've decided to go over one of our biome bosses. It's a big turret and it shoots balls, and that's about all I can talk about it. But check this out, Fate Strikes knows where they've gone. They can hear that they're going after this biome boss. It's a great opportunity to deny XP, and I think they have not done that. Unfortunately, not for the Hyde on the wall there, but they have at least forced Mint back onto the other side of the track, going on the chase, Beo.
I mean, look at this. This is level 4. The Celeste is... You talk about denying XP. No, the Celeste is level 1. It's level 3 on pause. Yes, it's not ultimates ready. And sure, fine. The Kingpin is down like 20% HP. But that's a really nice trade. That gives them trading power. They get up to level 4 as quickly as possible. So are they going to level up from creep camps at this point forward? No, they're not. They're going to start to look for better items, green items, blue items if they can get that the first night, and then maybe start to hunt a little bit. But they don't want to go north because, again, Kicking Chipmunks, they're going to have that gold armor, that tier 5. They're just looting everything up. But it seems like X-Retry Micro and the crew, they want this fight. And you know, Reliq, I'm looking at this stuff. I'm looking at what Tom Kick, I'm looking at what Giant Chippearl has. I'm not sure that I want purple to take this fight.
Yeah, their team name is INT. For stacks, for kills. Tell us what for. Well, that's a great hook, but it's a miss on the grab. Purple going in here. INT looking to try and find some sort of a KO or a spike. Tom Kick gracefully navigating their way across the crevasse. You got a bit of some Tony Hawk action there, but they're still going strong here, our team Purple. Anton going for a couple of pot shots. Again, that brawl has got vision, has got the eyes on Toomey, continuing to rotate back. I tell you what, Kicking Chipmunks don't fancy this fight. This is real bold from INT, but I'm thinking that it's in their favor right now.
Oh, it absolutely is. They went off stacks. They got level 5 early, and that means that, yeah, you don't have armor. Sure, fine. They have their ultimates available. They've got some execution tech available here, and with Brawl on the front line, Rocket Jumper on the back, they're just trying to find a pick-off. But I gotta say, man, Kicking Chipmunks, this is a well-regimented retreat. We talked about, okay, what are you gonna see in a pro game or not? And one of these things, or one in a competitive lobby, is that the dash. And wait a minute here, Ethan, it's not allowed? That's not okay, and he's gonna get punished for it immediately. I'm not sure what the idea for that one was, but immediately Kicking Chipmunks are gonna try to punish as well. Well, excuse me. Immediately Purple Team's gonna try to punish as well as they can. Ease him on the jump in on that. I don't know what that was, but it is not a good idea. Top kick down as well. Beautiful play here from the Purple Team.
Oh, chip roll. They're going for the revive, and they've chosen the right person to revive. Actually, sorry, my apologies. I thought they were going for the Aluna. They don't. They got to get out of there. Stat, or the Kicking Chipmunks are going to become the first team to go down. But thankfully, Chippearl has chosen the correct path, going into previously known as Town, previously known as Market, currently known as Kobayashi's. Watch out for the NPCs, because Bayo, they got a bite.
Well, it is nighttime, so the NPCs should be... I think it's nighttime, right? So the NPCs should be asleep, but... Nope, never mind. It's nighttime in 32 seconds. I lied there. Of course, that's the fun thing about that, right? In the daytime, you fight, the level 8 NPCs are going to make your day very, very sad. In the nighttime, well, they go to sleep, and you can start to make something happen. So for right now, of course, a really nice move there coming in from kicking Chipmunks. It wasn't the greatest fight for them. They lost too. They did have to get the revive, but they still have tier 5 armor. They still have powers on some of the teams that we can see down here. Well, Myth and crew, you know what's a little bit of an awkward fight there. Yeah, no, this is bad. They're gonna have to get out for now. Nara, looks for the snipe, doesn't quite find it, but even still, forcing him out, getting the separation. Myth very alone here. And if you're alone, I mean, you just gotta run. 4-on-1 is technically possible, Reliq, but not easy.
Team Spain looking to deliver their name, but without the S. Oh, spiked. Got a bit of anti-heal, but the revive is possible, especially with the Luna. That's Line Pro, of course, got the freeze wall. This is hide on the wall, looking not to be so much of a fly as a wasp with a sting in the tail. They're currently writing the chapters right now, when they're looking to push this red team back over the crevasse again, more towards Chaos Steps, but they don't want to go too ham. We see there, of course, the Shrike E providing anti-heal. They're going to go for a recall, a teleport away back to their home base, wherever that might be, choosing safety as the better part of Valor.
Yeah, that's actually a really good move. We had Nick Sereno just sitting there with Healy Suit on the Kingpin. I mean, that is always... Oh, someone... Okay, it looks like I think it was Orange team was trying to get a revive on the heart, and heart's great. It's infinite revives. You can play around the circle. If you hit the heart, though, it's gonna knock you down. So unfortunately, that last second attempt did not work. And Orange team is gonna be, whatever team Orange was, is gonna be our first team knocked out here. But I do want
heart.
Yeah, he died to the heart.
No. Okay, no, okay. Shout out to our wonderful observer qualifier, by the way. Can we get the teams up so we can find out exactly who this team was? I'm sorry, I need to name and shame. I need to name and shame right now, because that is unacceptable.
It's hard to blame, right? Because he had...
Blitz and Hobbits and Team Pumpers. You were Team 1.
Pumpers, there we go. Yeah. You know, it's funny as well as we take a look at this. I can't blame them too hard because there were 4 teams all around, 4 players all around circling. You're trying to play ring around the Rosie, and if you miss for half a second, okay, fine. It's not going to be all that great. But more engaged here, and by the way, you want to point out, we got Gunner on the field, that new Hunter that we haven't seen a ton of, right on the Celestial, as well as going to mean that the Hunter was hunting and is now hunted. It's dead. The Gunner, well, you know, new Hunters, maybe they take a little bit of time to practice.
The big beefy boy with a beautiful beard, but he just got roasted there. There is so much damage that can be unleashed with Gunner. Again, I'm not surprised if a lot of people don't know Gunner, or indeed Stalker. I didn't see any Stalkers chosen, to be fair.
Because they're invisible, Reliq. That's
you know what, that's... fair cap, fair. One of his passives, of course, is go invisible out of combat. Very useful indeed. But I tell you what also is useful, Beo. How about this? How about a soul? How about something to boost your chances? And we've got 2 teams fighting over this one.
The XP soul as well, I think. So that means your level cap is level 10. You don't have a night cap. It lets you really snowball if you can start to take some good fights afterwards. But it really dicey here. So Nick Sereno gets in. Tons of damage done. Shrike from the back line. Pops the ult there. Looks for the grab in as well. So there will be no revive here. Not for now. This Celeste doomed to die. Line Pro duel when he can't. Has to dash out for the time being.
Oh!
And there's the reset. Look at the save. Celeste is gonna probably find a way right back up here. So it's low HP. Gonna have to heal back up. The boss shot does a lot as well. But the other important thing to point out here, don't know how far we are right now. Well, Spain, they're in the zone. Venomous, the rest of them, they're out of the zone here. They're going to get forced into the boss eventually. Nick Sereno going and getting the grab on this boss as well to make sure that it's just not contestable. And we're going to have the buff ready to go in just a second. And once you get that one, there we go. Once you have that, there's the death zone popping. So this is going to totally separate the fight. And Spain, they don't get away with murder because, you know, Lime Green, Teal Green gets back up, but they get away with the XP soul, and that is more than worth it.
There was so much to break down there, though. I want a shout out to Paz. I know we're memeing like, oh, Caster on the team. That was some amazing Zeph tech, not just with the pickup on the 2 teammates, but on the Wisp as well, to at least get that revive off, and at the very most go for the contest, maybe steal it away. Not on this occasion, of course, an XP Soul goes to Team Spain. Yes, I know, one of them is called Harry Hook. Don't ask me why they've chosen that name. I think it's hilarious. But I love that both of those teams also had the respect for one another to realize, okay, this biome storm, it's expanding. We've already had pot shots at each other. Maybe we should save our full, true final team kills for a little bit later on in this.
And it's kind of interesting as we're starting to take a look at where we're going to go. 9 teams still in the lobby, right? We're 10 minutes in. The gap is getting much smaller. Annie and cashing in the rest. Well, they're just going to go ships in the night here. Tries to dash in, flutters the shot as well as he can. So with the mantle tech there, that's going to be fine. And man, already we're seeing here level 7 offline pro in the squad. XP Soul really powerful. And where is our purple team recalling to? Looks like bottom left, so they're just gonna get right on out of there. They don't want anything for this right now, but now maybe coming from a different angle where Lion Pro and the rest didn't expect. Brown dashes in, looks for the execute, gonna knock them all down. There we go, that's one. And yes, there's a revive beacon, but it's not for you. Has to dash away, Harry Hook. What you gonna do now? Well, he's a rocket jumper, so he will get out for now, but look at this, Brown on the execute. Did he execute himself too?
No, he's good. He's good. He's
good,
there.
okay.
Yeah, that's Toomey. He's one of the top brawl stars, on the entire server, in my opinion, at the very least. And it's fair to say that Brawl, requiring a little bit of a nerf mid-play test as well. Very powerful, very meta right now. We can see exactly why. It closes the gaps at a canter.
Did Brawl get nerfed enough, Reliq? That's an important question.
I think the difference that you want to make, I'm just putting my developer hat on here, not claiming to be Theorycraft themselves, but you want to nerf it enough so that you can still have great players exploit its strengths to the maximum, but you want to have that, what's the opposite of a skill ceiling? Whatever the opposite of a skill ceiling is, the entry level. Skill floor, there you go. You want that skill floor to be a little bit higher. So you want them not to be completely unpunishable just by going in for an engage. I think that's where we sit right now with Brawl. Very powerful in the right hands. I think right now, to me, the best hands that this Hunter could be in.
Yeah, and I think what's important, I really like what we're seeing Int do here. They're just bracketing away the Kingpin, and there we go. Yep, absolutely not. We know where you are. That's not okay. And there we go. There's the spike down. So 8 teams remain. Really nice play, though. Again, we're seeing them just... We know there's only so many spots you can go here because of the map, because of the zone. We're going to bracket you in. You're going to try to escape some way. We're not going to let you out. We're not going to give you that revive that is so powerful in SUPERVIVE, that ability to have one player remaining and go back to 4 and then win the game 2 minutes later. We're not going to give you that. We're going to secure our kill. And that means, again, 8 squads remaining. But man, Reliq. Oh, this zone's getting small.
And how crazy is it that it was our XP Soul team as well in Team Spain? So that XP Soul, gone. Doesn't matter anymore. All teams back on level peggies. And let's go to the north of the map, I think, because we see a couple of teams going at it. I want to say that it's... Oh, to be fair, we got potential. Oh, my goodness. Never mind. Stay right here, qualifier. Stay right here. 4 teams up for it. Looking for KOs, looking for blood, and looking for the first KO. Most crucially, check out Hyde on the wall, who are out of there.
Well, really, they are. Bartleby, though, gets that spike down. So immediately one player now down. So it's 4 on 4 on 4 on 3, which is actually really complicated. I gotta say, I'm surprised Othgroth and the rest, they're just sitting there. They're not going to try and find a revive or something. But maybe there's this idea as the emergency platform looks for the hook on that. Not gonna get it. But maybe they can get a box rev later on. So for right now, they're just holding the angle. This is scary. What's the shot? Not gonna find it. Nothing right now. Wombo combo's okay, but actually gets around on the bottom side. 4 on 2, and yeah, this is not gonna work. Othgroth has to just get out of there. Celeste ult is okay, and actually, yeah, no, it's not gonna be worth anything here. Niza is gonna force everything out, but they're looking for the box revive, and they're gonna get it up in time. Everyone's here. Maybe now Niza's overcommitted just a little bit, but he got shock ult going down, and there we go. Okay. It's gonna still be 3. They got the box revive. They traded their Kingpin for it, and there is no good way to go. Because look at this fight up the north side here. Reliq just doesn't stop.
The warm bodies, the extras, they're still around. They may top 8, baby. I think that's pretty good, to be honest with you. But unfortunately, they're going up against one of the favorites in this lobby, Team Bomber and Aiden BY. I was talking about Toomey as one of the best brawls in the game. Well, watch one of the best Kingpins at work. That pink team has been torn asunder. They do at least have one survivor as B Jasmine looks for the nearest reviver, but they are starting to run out, Beo.
I love as well, we're seeing how impactful a good Kingpin can be, especially in this competitive. The ability to reposition your opponents is fundamentally broken in any sort of MOBA, any sort of battle royale, bringing them to you, breaking the battle line. And I think it's really funny that I've been seeing some discourse before this playtest into this playtest. And another great hook, but Celeste is going to pop her ult for now, so that seems to be fine. Actually, just gets canceled there, so that's not much of anything. Venomous and the rest are going to have to get out. 4-on-3 is never a fight you want to take. But it's funny because I saw a lot of people talking about how, hey, you know, this isn't all that great. Kingpin's underpowered, needs some changes. Well, I'm not seeing that in this. I'm not seeing that in this lobby.
I don't know, we'll get the revive off the heart, and it looks like we're going to be going for a similar sort of thing with Skibidi Riz, but the storm doesn't stop for nobody, and so they're going to eat a little bit of damage here. And check out Hide on the Wall. They're just watching Grief, and oh my goodness, someone's proc the NPCs, and all of a sudden, all hell breaks loose. 2 from Hide on the Wall go down, 2 from Skibidi Riz go down. They're going to have the revives, but now check out the extras. We got Jasmine, we got Shu. They're standing outside town, but here comes a 4th party. Instant spike from Tom Kick. The Chipmunks are here.
Yeah, Reliq, this is a pain. So yeah, you can't fight in the town, but there's no way out. There's only one door, and the minute you leave that, everyone's got the sights set on you. So it's gonna have to be a temporary piece. Stomp Nuts has the rest of them. 2 teams, they're stuck in town or nowhere to go. We see Emo standing as well. Maybe they can try to brave the storm, go north and around, but I mean, this storm, we're like 5 storms in or something. It hurts quite a bit, and oh man. They're all bracketed. Oh, he won. Celeste is gonna get out. Stomp Nuts is out. Does that matter?
And do they have vision?
They're out.
Yeah, I don't think they have vision either. Pink have moved off because the Chipmunks came in to go for, I mean, it was a 4v2. But now, oh, they most certainly have vision on Hide in the Wall. They wish they could. They wish they could. Bye-bye, Stomp Nuts. Bye-bye, Baby Blue.
Yeah, but the thing is there, and oh, great, look at that. Most wanted brings everyone back up. Level 9s on top of everything there. That does mean Paz. That does mean the entirety of Skibidi Riz. They're now out of that scary area. It's not easy, but look at this. Celeste dashboard drops the wall, forces Penny Squad out of the side, and emergency platform's not going to do much. And no Tom Kick left side. So, yeah, somehow they're going to get out. I really thought a hook was going to land. But that scary moment at the town, it's now done. 7 squads remain, and and here's the thing, by the way, we talk about this. Not only is the circle getting small, this is not like other battle royales where you get the final circle and that's it. The circle starts to move when it gets small enough. So even if you think you got a god spot, even if you think you got some vision down, you got some walls down, you got some chonker cannons down, whatever it is, just because it's there now does not mean that's where you're going to be fighting in 30 seconds. You got to be very aware of that. But for right now, Zeph and the rest, they're a little bit walled out. We got some bungee walls ready to go. So, you know, getting through that makes life a little complicated.
Yeah, so looking at dark red here. This is the last dance, and as you can see, the beautiful gilded wings indicates that they have glider soul, but the way that the ring is trending, Beo, doesn't necessarily indicate good news for them. They're not going to be able to utilize it as much as they can. To be fair, extras just want to utilize anything at this point. Their numbers are halved again. They are now just down to Shu on this strike. Ultimate Rattage incoming, or is their personal quest doomed?
I mean, I'm looking at where they are right now. They don't have I mean, they kind of have glider soul because they have all the rings, whatever we want to call them, emergency platform as well. Dude, just trying to buy time. Maybe get a pick off, but unfortunately, there's no most wanted there. So that means that, well, even getting a knock is not going to bring someone back. So there is. Yes, qualifier. Thank you for pointing that out. I don't think she's going to be going for that one. That's a little bit too much inside the scariness. That's a little bit too close to people.
Bit of a hot zone, but check out Shu using the twisters to their advantage. This is certified #DevTech on display right now. Got the chonker cannons going out as well, so just a little bit of a distraction, as we're potentially going to be distracted by this southern fight. We've got 4 Frozen Orient Treat Fly, Toomey, of course. We've seen what they can do, and they've got the XP soul now, so they've inherited that from Team Spain as far as I can remember at the very least. Yeah, I think they must have inherited XP soul, so they can potentially break through to that level 10 barrier, but they've got to watch out for the hooks because they're still lurking.
Okay, big dash in there from Braille, looking for everything, but it's gonna get stunned up, so the execute's not gonna be there. Rocket Jumper has to find their way back out. Dashes in, back out once again. It's just a rubber banding here. Can you find the damage? Can you re-engage? Can you disengage? Braille now looks for the shot, looks for the knockup. They're all so low. The ult's gonna go down. Seems like, though, at the end of the day, it's gonna be, well, 4 for 2. So for now, looks like blue team's gonna have to get out just a little bit. Somehow Spoxer got someone up, so Tree Fly's still there. But here's the thing, vision is much better for the purple team right now. On the high ground, Venomous, 90 seconds remain on Most Wanted. Gets it up, gets it alive, they're okay. Look at that one. Oh, Most Wanted. They got a spike over the pit, I think, over the dead zone. So they got everyone back up. 6 squads remain, but they're all mostly full. At this point, the only way you get back up here is with the revive on Most Wanted. The revive spots are just too hard to take. So the already one player remaining on that squad is gonna have. Look, if there's a hunter you want to make something happen like that, it's Brawl. You can get the X, you can bring everyone up right into the middle of the fight. But look at this, Celeste, everyone on the right side. We're gonna see a bonfire go down, just giving a little bit more vision out of the zone, but where the zone's gonna go. But this fortress, well, you know, it's only gonna work so well if you get kind of yeeted, if you get picked up on the other side. Nuke going down here as well. So that fortress, not long for this world, but there's a death zone grenade as well, Reliq. This game, figuring out where the hell to go is getting so complicated.
Chipmunks were stuck in the proverbial pan and somebody just poured some burning oil in there. They've been forced to relocate straight into purple team. Skibidi Riz north. They've got Aiden BY and Team Bomber on the right. Massive triple KO from Tom Kick. Huge from the Kingpin. Toomey relocating to where the Chipmunks were previously. They got some walls to cover them, but they've only got half the numbers of everyone else. What on earth was that from Lima and crew? Arrows go down. That's a brilliant bit of relocation, though, from Toomey. Anion still stuck there, though. Still stuck as the myth. As long as they got one person, that's okay. Toomey going to relocate back to Anion. Strength in numbers.
Yeah, look at what we're seeing. Look at what we're seeing the green team on the right side do. They're just puppy guarding Most Wanted because they know that's what purple wants. You don't let them get it. Just gonna sit on there on the vision. Let them come to you. And here, look at this. Kicking Chipmunks, they have the zone where it's gonna go. Lemur and crew myth. They have the zone where it wants to go. Everyone's got to come into them. So it seems like Aiden and crew on the bottom side, they're going to move across. They're going to find their way forward. At least for now, they have that angle in. And look at this. Mad jump pads ready to go. Looking for the big engage. Kingpin on top has to go around. A little bit awkward, but they're going to find their way right up through. Right into Chipmunks. Look at the zone. Look at what they found. They can still go down here, but now they've got full position. It's scary. Nuke's going to go down, forcing kicking Chipmunks back. What a beautiful move. This macro play that has given them this position to fight from. And even if one gets knocked, you can revive. It's not the end of the world here. It's still scary. But this position, Reliq, is incredible if they can hold it.
Unreal, and keep an eye out on Skibidi Riz. They're just northeast of this particular position, so they are still lurking. They're coming in. You can see their top right there. I'm really worried for Bomber Squad. They might have the tactical nuke, but that's a long but cooldown. I was looking to use Ass. Let's just use Ass. It's my channel. I can do what I want. Freeze ultimate sand wall. Chipral going in, and that Celesta's gonna fall down to 3. Were they a little bit too cocky here, Bomber Squad? Still what Aiden BY misses the hook though. Skibidi is sitting pretty. They are well outside of this 3-person, 3-team brawl. Now they're down to 2. Bomber Squad losing numbers by the second.
Yeah, the high ground there is so important for kicking Chipmunks. You just need to get to pick them off time and time again. And we talked about how in this position, you can just res. Well, it's not going to happen anymore because they're on the other side of the wall. Shuts down on every side. It seems like Bomba's down. But still, Skibidi Riz on the north side looking to find their way in. Celeste Icicle looking for what they can. But now we're seeing the power of that Kingpin. Hook and hook and hook again. Make sure that speed, by the time they take a fight for real, they're a player up. They're a 2 hunters up in this fight. Now we do have Zeph and Lemur on the right side. They have that bonfire ready to go, holding 2 different angles. And now the question, it's so hard to find where for. The Wisp is just mantling as much as they can, but that Celeste is dead. Tom Kick looking to make this a 2-team squad. Another shot goes down, anti-healing there. You're in the zone, there's nowhere to go. And finally, one-membered Venomous. Still all that remains. 2 teams taking pot shots at him. But the scary thing is, the Venomous here as one player, they're no longer threatening. I would expect to see maybe Zap, maybe Lemur go and try to take advantage of that distraction, but no, they're just going to cut them all down. Venomous trying to survive as long as they can, but it seems like this is very quickly going to be a battle between the Kicking Chipmunks and the Burgundy squad. There's really nowhere for Venomous to go.
Yeah, listen, they were Skibbity Riz, but they didn't Rizzle enough. That's a beautiful relocate. Wonderful use of the rewind. Still alive for the moment, and they've got to keep an eye on their back here, the Last Dance, because they know that the Kicking Chipmunks are still lurking, although they are completely on the other side of this wall. Technically, both can coexist, but there is no way through. But who's got the bombs? They have chonkers. They don't have tactical bombs. Still Venomous, no Venomous. They're taken down into the murky abyss below. Beo, we're down to our final two.
We are, and this is such a better position for Tom Kick, for the Kicking Chipmunks and the rest. If I'm Tom Kick right now, I'm not doing anything. I'm just sitting here. I'm spamming my right click. I'm spamming hook off cooldown. I'm hoping for a lucky hook, because that's all I got to do. Eventually, I have the high ground. I don't know where the zone's going to go, and who knows, maybe this is, if the zone goes southeast, this is a problem, because there's no way they're getting over the wall, and that would be pain. But for right now, you're spamming your abilities. You're hoping the zone goes your way, and just fingers crossed that you get a hook, that you get a quick pick, something like that. Otherwise, both squads have no incentive to go over this wall.
Well, look, you can see there, the circumference of the ring is just north of where they are right now. And so for the moment, Kicking Chipmunks are good. We've got a potential T5 armor swap out. I think I'm reading 72% on that armor, and so that's not insignificant. Tom Kick, armor completely gone. Ezib almost full blue. It's blues across the board. Doesn't really matter, but they do also have the bonfires, of course. Potential, shenanigans unfolding. We've got ourselves a Celeste ult, looking to push everybody out. Sandwall, big stun on the Celeste. In goes the Jewel. Finding themselves in a trouble is that Tom Kick. And the Tom Kick has been kicked down. Nice watching brief. Huge engage from Lima and crew. Will they have the Last Dance? Oh, they're doing the saucy tango. Just one left now. It's a brawl. Can they find a revive? The answer is no. The Last Dance win the June-July EU show match.